Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to another video on how to invest into real estate in Germany or investing in real estate in Germany. Now guys, this video will be a bit different, but I can assure you that this video will be super interesting. And I'm damn sure that after watching this video, you guys will have a lot of information and you guys will be super amazed to learn that how investing into real estate in Germany, if done right, if done correctly, can really be beneficial for your pocket, for your present cash flow, and for your future. The future could be anything to either achieve that financial freedom or for your retirement or to become a millionaire. No, just kidding. Yeah, of course you can become a millionaire, but that takes time. And if you do it right, then who knows? Could be faster. And that's why guys, I've put a lot of efforts into this video, and that's why the video could become a bit longer, but keep your patience, have patience, and watch each and every bit of this video. Don't skip anything. And that's why the video could become a bit longer, especially because from my previous videos on German real estate or investing in real estate in Germany, I got a lot of comments like, hey Abhi, you did not put all the numbers, you did not show all the details, you did not show the Nebenkosten Abrechnung example, you did not show the return after taxation, you did not show a presentation, and blah blah blah, and so on and so on. And that's why this time guys, I have tried to put each and every detail what I could think of, all the rule of thumbs what I usually consider when I'm trying to step into a deal or when I'm even searching for a deal or investment in German real estate. I have tried to put each and every detail, and that's why I do think that this video is gonna be super interesting, and you guys, trust me, will be thankful that you came here to watch this video. Now, even after this, if I cannot convince you guys that the numbers are real, because literally I have put proofs of my bank accounts, yeah, to show you guys the number, which I don't have to actually, but I really want to convince you guys, because trust me, I'm not earning from this anything, yeah. This is just one single video, and I am not selling anything, I'm not selling any services. So literally I'm not earning anything by showing you guys my numbers and showing you guys my bank account, yeah, nothing. But I just want to help those guys who are in a bit of skepticism or in a bit of dilemma that should we buy, should we not, you know, something like that. So that's why I am trying to give you guys as much as valuable information as I can. Now, like I said, even after this, if you guys are not convinced, then I could not have done enough. And yeah, then God bless you guys. And secondly, it's not my problem anymore. Yeah. So I do think that this video could really change the mindset of thinking about investing in real estate in Germany. Now, what this video cannot do is change the mindset of those people out there who are really skeptical, really doubtful about investing in real estate in Germany. Now, guys, I do understand, yeah, being skeptic, being doubtful about investing into something big could be logical, especially when the interest rates are rising, yeah? And it's okay to have doubts. And that's the purpose of this video. I will also try to answer as many as questions I could. And since we are talking about helping, I would like to share one short story with you guys. Recently, one of my followers reached out to me to help him find a real estate investment, okay? Not a house for him to live in, an investment. And we searched and searched and searched, and he found an apartment for 150,000 euros, and then he sent it to me. He sent the exposure to me, and I checked it, and he went and we did some negotiation. It took like 1 or 2 weeks for this whole negotiation process, and after this he finalized the deal, and the return was 6.5%. So I'm always there to help you guys out. Now, I cannot guarantee that every deal will be like this. It needs patience, it needs research, and it needs positive attitude. Doesn't matter in case of real estate, investing in every field out there. So anyways, now like I said, what this video cannot do is to change the mindset of those people who have been negative throughout their lives. Doesn't matter what topic we are talking about. Okay guys, so don't misunderstand me. I'm not talking about people who are skeptic or doubtful about real estate investing, because this is not a small decision. You're not buying a pencil, you're buying a F house. Okay, so that's why, and especially when the interest rates are rising and the house prices are also not coming down, I can understand. But I'm talking about those people who are just ready to attack you, you know, they just want to release their frustration from their private lives. So for those guys out there, guys, this video is not meant for you. Just go and watch Netflix instead. You're not meant to make any good financial decisions for your life, for your loved ones who you could help in the future. So please skip this video altogether. Okay guys, so before we jump onto the main content, and I know you guys are being impatient, but trust me on this, you don't want to skip this part, because this information could also really help you guys for your future if you're planning to buy a real estate investment in Germany. So I would like to mention here two names, and I would like to thank these guys because they have also personally helped me in financing my investments, real estate investments in Germany. The first name is Mirko Kiener. He's a really good German friend of mine and he is into financing. And the second person, and a really important person I would like to mention here, is Ajay Dhingra. Born and brought up in Germany, but as the name suggests, has an Indian background. And trust me on this guys, when I say this, he has amazing knowledge and he's a really valuable person, and he can provide this value to the society and to you guys who are watching this channel as well. And trust me on this, I do have a bit of knowledge about real estate investing in Germany. So sometimes when people try to convince me otherwise regarding investing into real estate in Germany, I could see sometimes how unreasonable, illogical they could be, how illogical their arguments can become, yeah. But when I talk with people like Ajay Dhingra, I can see that how much of a good experience this guy is carrying, and that's why I'm sharing his name with you guys, because I do think that he could provide a really good value to your decision in case you're planning to buy a real estate investment in Germany. And if you guys have watched my previous real estate videos or any video, as a matter of fact guys, I've never ever sold anything. I don't do promotions, I don't take unusual names until and unless I do think that this person could really provide a good value to my viewers or those who really need some valuable information. So that's all guys, that's the reason why I'm sharing these names with you guys, and I will try to put their email ID in the description below. I would have to ask them of course, but of course you can always try to reach me and I will get you guys get in touch with them. Nothing, there is no fees or nothing. As a matter of fact, what you guys will get is just valuable information, that's all. And like I said, I'm always ready to help. I don't charge anything, I don't gain from this anything. All I gain is love and respect, and that's all what I want. That's it guys. So now without further ado, let's get started and let's get on to the most amazing content you will ever watch on YouTube for real estate investing in Germany. So here we are guys, here we'll be discussing all the numbers and stuff what I could think of and what I usually calculate when I'm buying a property, and then to calculate my return on my investment. So sit back tight and enjoy these slides and try to grab all the necessary information which is important in my opinion and which you might need for your next investment in real estate in Germany. So let's start. So the housing game, in my opinion, and in this particular video we'll be talking about target price, numbers, and ROI and explanation. So the housing game is based on these three factors. Yeah, we are not talking about all the other things which you should be checking in the house. These are other things, but here we are talking about numbers because I want to let you guys know that we still have so many investment opportunities in Germany, and whoever is telling you that there are no opportunities in Germany is basically bullshitting. Okay, so now this is how the house looks like, because in my previous videos people asked me to show the pictures of the house. So as you can see right here that the house is not in the best condition, but this is why I choose these houses, because I can really bring the price down. I can negotiate with my handwerker, with the Gutachter. I can really bring the price down of the house, and this is what I actually did with this house as well. So you can see that the house needs outer painting, but trust me, inside of the house everything is in a perfect condition. Okay, some windows needs to be repaired, like one or two in the dark. As you can see, this one we got it repaired already, and I think somewhere this one, so we got them repaired because these were quite old windows and they were not closing properly. So these are done, so that cost me around 500 to 600 euros. So that's out of the way. Yeah. And many people also ask me that, Abhi, where do you actually find these properties? So here it is guys. Okay, in front of you, this particular property is in Eschau, which is the Kreis of Miltenberg, which you can see right here, and it is in Bayern. So you can see that from here If you go, it's on the Wurzburg side. Yeah, so from here it's around 1 kilometer, this particular board which you see, and then Messbellbrunn is around 13 kilometers, and Frankfurt, from here to the Frankfurt direction, we have Ruck and Obernburg, these two cities from Eschau. Okay, so this is the place where I have bought this property. So please don't ask me, and please don't waste the comment section saying that it is not possible to find such properties and there are no places and I have searched everywhere in Germany. Okay, so stop saying that. Okay guys, so now from here starts actually the most interesting part of this video. So here are the rental contracts, which should be quite attractive for you guys. So I have hidden the names of the tenants, of course, because of Datenschutz and data protection law in Germany. So this building has 3 apartments. Okay, so this is the first rental contract, and you can see the meter, the cold rent is around 608 euros and the warm meter is around 788 euros. Now let's move on to one of the reasons why real estate investment is a hedge against inflation. The first reason is, of course, if the house prices depreciate, your rental income will not stop. The rental income will not depreciate. In fact, it will always appreciate if you are doing in the right way. Now, in this particular rental contract, I have done this. So I have done a Staffel meter rental contract. That means every year, automatically, my rental income will increase. So here you can see that in 2022, the rental income should be around 626 euros. So this contract is old, which was made in December 2021. So that's why the netto here is around 608 euros. But in 2022, I'm already getting 626 euros as my net income, as my kalt meter. And in 2023, it will become 644 euros. So you can see that this meter is increasing 18 euros per year. So basically, even if I increase the rent by 10% in 3 years, I would have to give a strong reason. I have to do some renovations. In this particular way, I don't have to pressurize the tenants. They don't feel this much. It's just 2 to 3% per year. But if you compound it annually for the next 3 years or 4 years, it automatically becomes 10 to 12%. So you understand what I'm trying to say? This is what I'm doing with my rental contracts. Staffel meter. And if the tenant agrees to this, particularly when I'm getting a tenant, I stress on this point that the contract is a Staffel meter contract. If you're comfortable with it, then go for it. If not, then please move on. I will find another one. So whenever they sign this, they are very well aware about the fact that the rent will be increasing year over year. Now I have kept it quite low. 18 euros sounds nothing. Yeah, 18 euros seems like it's nothing. But trust me, over the years, when you try to increase the rent by 10-12% in 3 years or 4 years, it actually sounds like a lot. It's a psychological effect. But when it's increasing just by 10, 12, 18 euros, the tenants don't feel it. Yeah, but you are getting the same effect without any problems. Now, this doesn't mean, guys, that you don't have to take care of the house. You still have to do the required and the most important maintenance and repairs, which you should be doing, because ultimately the people who are living there are humans. So you have to take care of your tenants. That's a different thing. What you should be doing, that's on the humanly basis. And also, if they don't like it, they can also complain about you that the landlord is not taking care of the house, and they can stop actually paying the rent. Okay, and you cannot do anything about it. So then we have another rental contract. Like I said, there are 3 apartments. So it's the same story here. From here, I was getting 720 euros, but that was in 2021, December. And the warm meter is around 900 euros. Okay, so this actually increased in 2022. So now I'm getting around 740 euros, and you will see this proof in my bank account statement. Okay, so same principle here, a Staffel meter contract. Then the third contract, the third apartment, and I am getting 778 euros from this apartment, and same Staffel meter. Now, here is the proof, guys. Here's the proof. So you just saw this rent right here, 778, and here is my bank statement, and I am getting the full amount, 778 euros. This is a statement from my bank. So for those who actually asked me that, yeah, you are showing many stuff, but you're not showing the numbers, you're not showing your rental income, guys, here it is. Okay, so don't waste the comment section below by putting such comments. Please watch the full video, because if people would like to watch this video and read the comments below, I would like to keep good comments. So if I delete your comment for some unnecessary question which is already answered, in the video, then I would delete it. Please don't take this as an offense, because I would like to keep the comment section more informative, okay? For those who are actually trying to search some information on YouTube for buying real estate in Germany or investing in real estate in Germany. So moving on, this is my statement from the bank for the second rental income, which I said that which was 720 euros, yeah, but in 2022 it became 740 euros because of the Staffel meter, and you can see that 900 became 920 euros, okay? So this is the second proof, and then comes the third proof. So this rental income I'm getting from Bundesagentur, yeah, so job center, and I'm getting 730 euros from the job center, and the Dauerauftrag meter, which is the leftover meter, I'm getting from the tenants directly. So that's why it is divided as such. So one tip for you guys, if you are buying an apartment and if you have applicants who are on Arbeitslosengeld, yeah, means they don't have a job and the job center is paying for them, or the woman is pregnant and the government is paying for them, then that becomes a much more stable income, and you don't have to worry about your income because that will be consistent. Yes, for such situations you might have a problem to increase the rental income, but when the contract is like this, where I have mentioned that it will be a Staffel meter, and of course the job center reads this, then they also know that, okay, we would have to increase the rental income year over year. And if the job center denies it, then you don't have the applicant anymore, but at least you have the confirmation that yes, you will get an incremental rental income year over year directly from the job center, which is the most stable and the most secured rental income you can ever get, okay, directly from the government. So now, this is the Nebenkosten, which was calculated in 2021. So I took over this house in December 2021. So this was calculated by the previous owner, and this is what many people were asking me, that please show us the Nebenkosten and everything. So the Nebenkosten is quite expensive right now. That's why if you were surprised to see 180 euros Nebenkosten, that is not too much, because we have the heating with oil. So the oil prices are skyrocketing, as we already know, and that's why the Nebenkosten is around 180 euros per month. Now you can pause this video right away and you can see what all factors and what all costs are taken into consideration for Nebenkosten if you want to make your own Nebenkostenabrechnung. So I will not explain everything because that will make this video quite long, and this is quite a common thing and this is quite normal knowledge, yeah. But if you'd like to know, then please pause this video and you can also construct your Nebenkostenabrechnung in this way if you want to. Of course, these costs varies from different buildings. You might have more cost, more types of cost, like elevator maintenance, your Hausverwaltung and this and that, but this is without any Hausverwaltung, without any elevators. So this is the basic cost, no garden, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so moving on. Now, this is the credit which I took from Sparkasse, and you can see the effective Zinsen was around 1.61% and the sold Zinsen was around 1.58%. So with the effective Zinsen of 1.61%, which I'm sure we will not get it anymore, but this was in December, so that's why it is less. Still a bit higher on the higher side, but still much better for me compared to current situation. So you can see that the Darlehensmittel was around 282 euros. So my Darlehensvertrag was made for 282,000 euros, and the price of the house was 323,000 euros. Yeah, so I paid 58,000 euros from my own pocket. Okay, so this is the proof of the Nebenkosten. So this is the Nebenkosten, not the down payment. Yeah, the down payment was separate. This is the Nebenkosten, means the extra cost like the notary fees and the Grundsteuer, the property tax and everything, which is not coming back to you. Okay guys, so now we are on the other important part of this video, through which I will show you guys that how this property was so attractive for me with the numbers which I usually calculate and which I run through usually when I'm buying a property or I have bought my property to keep my finances in check. So now for many of you guys out there, these numbers might sound unrealistic, but to be honest, I don't care. I'm just here to give those guys this information, those who are actually looking for such opportunities. This video is not for those who think that this opportunity is not real and we cannot find such opportunities out there in Germany. So please exit this video. This video is not for you. This video is only for those optimistic people who still believe in the German real estate and still believe that investing in real estate in Germany could be beneficial for long term. Okay, so let's get started. So the price of the house was around 323,000 euros, which you already saw. The Nebenkosten was 17,000 euros only. There was no broker, and this is one thing which you can really look through when you are putting a filter for searching the houses. You can always choose no broker, so of course you save a lot of cost. Now the loan amount was 282,000 euros, which you already saw as a proof, and the paid amount from my pocket was 58,000 euros. Now the total cold rent was 1950 euros. It was in 2021, but now it has become over 2,000 euros, and the total yearly income therefore becomes 23,400 euros. Okay, now my monthly expenses are 1,100 euros, which I'm paying to the bank, yeah, as an EMI, and 150 euros I always keep aside for repair costs, maintenance costs, and so on and so on. Now these costs could actually become more or could become less. It depends, but 150 euros from my other real estate, I have figured out that 150 euros is more than enough. But sometimes, for example, in one of my other real estates, I had to get the sink repaired and a window repaired, so it was around 1,000 euros the total cost. And yeah, I had around 3,000 euros in the savings, which I save every month with 150 euros. So please always keep this amount aside. So that brings us to the total monthly expenses, which cost me around 1,250 euros. Okay, so the total yearly expenses become around 15,000 euros. So our total yearly income was around 23,400 euros, and the total yearly expenses are around 15,000 euros. Now please keep this in mind that my total cold rent will be increasing year over year. Okay, because we have a Staffelmiete Mietvertrag. So this increment will be there. I don't have to do anything. In fact, if one of my tenants leave, I can change that contract and I can increase the Kaltmiete. Of course, you cannot just increase the rent with whatever figure you have in your mind, raising by 20-30%. That is unrealistic. You will not get any tenants, and that is also, let's say, not so legal if you are crossing the bracket, which is the Mietspiegel of that city. You can cross the Mietspiegel, but you have to provide some additional things like kitchen, furniture, yeah, everything is fixed, everything is in a really good condition. Then yes, you might be able to increase your Kaltmiete. But anyways, so I have this incremental. So remember that my yearly expenses might become constant, but my yearly income will increase with time. Okay, so that is what is another factor which makes this deal really good for me. So now let's do some math. Okay, so ROI on the purchase price becomes 23,400 by 323,000 euros, which gives me an ROI of over 7.2%. Okay, so 23,400 euros is my net income, yearly net income, and the purchase price was 323,000 euros. So that gives us an ROI of 7.2%, guys. 7.2%. Now the S&P on an average is giving us a return of over 9%, yeah, with all the dips. Now this year alone, S&P 500 is actually giving us a negative return, but with this rental property, I am not losing. I am beating the S&P 500. In fact, I'm beating all the indices in the world. So this is why I love real estate, because you know what is going to happen. You can actually figure out all the expenses, not like stock market, not like crypto market. You don't know what the business might be doing. You don't know anything about the crypto. You don't have the fundamentals. Here, you have the fundamentals, and you can only go, let's say, 2-3% up and down. That's it. But that we have already calculated in our ROI, which we will cover later. So the vacancy rate, yeah, if the tenants leave the house, that is around 2-3%, let's say, but whatever. So this is our fixed return, and this will only increase with time, especially with such contracts which I have made for this particular property. Okay, now the ROI on the Nebenkosten, because actually, to be honest, so the best part of real estate is that you can leverage your return. That means I did not pay the full amount, 323,000 euros from my pocket. In fact, I only paid 58,000 euros. So just imagine the income which I'm getting, 23,400 euros, based on just the amount of money which I spend. So whatever you spend in the stock market, you calculate the return on that, right? Like you have put 2,000 euros, you have put 3,000 euros, you have put 10,000 euros, you calculate your return only on the amount invested, right? So the amount invested for me was only 58,000 euros. I did not pay 323,000 euros from my pocket. So based on that, and based on the net income I'm getting all for myself, then that gives us a whooping return to us of around 40%, guys. 40%. Now this is a return which is unimaginable, and like I said, this return could be unrealistic for many guys, but this is real, and you already saw the proof that this is real. Okay, now I cannot give you guys more realistic proof than this, but I hope for those who actually are looking for opportunities, for them, I think this is the proof and they would agree to it. Now, for those who are saying, yeah, but your income is not purely 23,004 euros, you also have expenses. So yeah, I have for you that also. So ROI on the total investment with cost will be income, which is our profit upon total investment. So that means our income or profit is 23,400 euros minus 15,000 euros, which are our yearly expenses. And that gives us a total income of 8,000 euros annually. Now, income or profit monthly is around 666 euros for me, and that gives us an ROI on our total investment of around 13.8%. Guys, again, the average return on S&P 500 is 9%. Now, in such times, yeah, for example, if you want to take out your money in the next 5 years, maybe your average would not be even 9%, because let's say in the dark times, the S&P 500 might not return in the next 5 years to those levels, and therefore bringing your average down. Okay, think like this. But in real estate, this 13.8% is not going anywhere. Okay, now I might have some expenses, I might have some maintenance costs. Let's say in the worst case scenario, there are no tenants at all. But still, I would be maybe 1 to 2% deviating from my ROI. That would still give me above 10% ROI on my total investment each and every year. So tell me, guys, I read many comments that people were telling me that still stock market is much better. You might get about 14 or 15%. Yeah, those were the good times. Now tell me, in such time, can you beat this return? I don't think so. Anyways, so now let's do some calculation with taxes, because I always get all these questions. Hey, yes, you have to calculate the taxes as well. So I have done everything for you guys. So now let's assume the taxes on my net income is to be 30%. Okay, now this is on the higher side. I can get tax benefits because I have a rental house. Yeah, I get 2% depreciation. I can get benefit on my taxes for my maintenance, for my repair cost. Many things are out there which I can really get a relief on my tax from. Okay, so but still, let's take the higher side without any tax benefits, which is not possible. I'm quite smart, I guess, for getting tax benefits, and also my tax consultant is quite smart. So of course, it's never 30%, but let's be more conservative to show you guys that how good this opportunity was. So now net income after taxes becomes 466 euros approximately per month. This is my pure positive cash flow. 466 euros every month in my pocket. Don't have to do anything. 150 euros the maintenance cost I'm already saving aside. That was already included in the expenses. But 466 euros is my approximate monthly pure positive cash flow. It's coming in my pocket. That brings us to our ROI on our net income, which becomes again 10%. So you can see that in each and every way, I'm beating the S&P 500 with my real estate returns. So here it is, guys, and mic drop. Okay, now moving on. So this is just the monthly return. What about the house appreciation? So now we just calculated. Yeah, so for example, dividend income. Let's talk about dividend income. When you are getting dividends, if the stock price is not rising, then you're actually only benefiting from the company's dividends. Your capital is not increasing. Yeah, but in case of real estate, that is not the case. So let's talk about the rental income return is amazing, but I also have another thing, which is the house appreciation. Yeah, I will also getting house appreciation. That means if I plan to sell my property, I would be actually selling in a profit. Plus these rental income, these let's say dividends, if you understand the stock market, is just super amazing. A 10% yield on my dividends, and here I have 10% yield on my rental income. Super amazing, isn't it? So now, but before that, just to show you guys how we are calculating the appreciation. So we can see here from these analysis and from these studies that the German housing price index is supposed to just keep rising. As you can see from 2007, it has been just rising and rising, if not exponentially, linearly, then for sure. But from 2019 to 2020, we can see that it was an exponential rise, which I also don't like because that is a recipe for bubble. But anyways, we might be facing an increase in the house prices, but there are other factors which are also actually increasing. That's why the housing market is not yet in a bubble. Anyway, so the study says that housing index in Germany is expected to be 216 points by the end of this quarter. But in the long term, the Germany house price index is projected to trend around 220 points in 2023 and 225 points in 2024. So it's not coming down. In fact, they are projecting for the prices to increase. Okay, but let's say this is still a short-term goal, but I just wanted to show you guys that we do have an appreciation here. Okay, now moving on. So now these are some of the articles which I took from different sources, and it says that house prices have been rising for more than a decade. The Euro Pace Index of German house prices was almost 15% higher in February. So all these things are just pointing us towards the fact that house price index, the house prices will keep on rising. Now there's another factor which we have to consider, and whenever I'm trying to tell you guys something, I try to give you guys both sides of the coin. So this is one side of the coin which tells us that the house prices will keep on rising, but now this is the situation from last year, but now we are in a complete different macroeconomic situation with inflation, yeah, plus recession, which might come next year or next to next year, but will come for sure, and therefore we might have some issues with the house prices. But before we jump onto that piece of information, I would just like to point out one thing to you guys, that the number which I'll be taking for an average growth rate for real estate would be around 2.5%, but we can see that the year-over-year growth rate from 2001 to 2021, the average growth rate for the real estate price was around 2.8%. So guys, even with a dip, we have a growth rate of 2.8% in the house prices. Now, of course, last 2 to 3 years were super exorbitant. German house prices grew by 12% year over year. So this was too much, and I don't really like. Of course, if you would like to sell, then these are the perfect conditions for you to sell at 12.2% year over year growth rate. But when I am buying a house, I'm not looking for such unrealistic, let's say artificial price rise, which are around 10-12%, because this is just artificially created by the economic situation, which was in turn artificially pumped up. Yeah, but for now, for me, 2.8% is realistic, and I do think that the house prices will grow at a rate of 2.8% average growth rate. Okay, now this point is the second part of this coin which I was talking about. And by the way, this article is from Deutsche Bank. We might face a downturn, but I have already explained in my previous video, which you can have a look again. Over a decade, we will have a compound annual growth of over 24%. This is the point which I really wanted to focus on and stress about, guys, that even if we are buying a house now when during the dark times, and I do think that the house prices will not come down so easily, but I do expect them to fall in the coming years because of recession, yeah, let's say, then even if with a downturn of 5%, minus 5% for 3 or even 4 years, if we are still planning to hold our houses for 10-20 years, we would still have an average return of 24% or an increment in the house prices of over 24%, guys. And this is huge. This is for 10 years, just 10 years. So just imagine with an average return of just 2.5%. So this is what I really wanted to focus on, that there is a possibility that yes, house prices might come down, and if they come down, you are still winning. Now, this is the calculator which I use to create and to calculate and give you guys an idea on the return which I will be getting if I sell my house after 20 years. So guys, you can see that the purchase price was 323,000 euros and down payment was 10%. Interest rates you already saw, 1.6%, and the loan term for me is around 15 years. So closing cost was 10,000 euros. Now the monthly rent which I'm getting is 2,000 euros, and the annual increase is 3%, which you already saw because of the design of the contract. And the other monthly income, I have not calculated anything because of course we are just calculating the ROI for this particular house. Now the vacancy rate, I have taken 5%, but Germany says that from 2001 to 2020, we didn't have a vacancy rate of more than 2.8%. So I'm taking the worst case scenario, and trust me guys, there is not a single month from all of my houses which has gone vacant. Okay, but still for you guys, to show you guys, even with the most conservative numbers, how are the figures looking. Okay, so vacancy rate 5%, property tax 1,500 euros, yeah, annually. and total insurance nothing because the tenants paid. HOA fee we don't have in Germany. Maintenance cost 2000 euros, and other costs are 200 euros just for the sake of being conservative. Now value appreciation, you already saw 2.5 to 2.8% is the value appreciation, but I am just taking 2% to show you guys that how conservative I'm being. And still, let's say 0.5% we can deduct for all the maintenance cost and the other cost or repair cost which I will be spending on to sell the house for a better price maybe, though I'm already taking those costs here into consideration. But still, let's say for your sake, the holding length is 20 years because I would like to sell after 20 years. And then we have the results. So here are the results. We can see that the return is 15.7% per year. The total profit when sold would be around 649,000 euros, and the cash on cash return would be 1,500%, guys. My capitalization rate is around 5.9%, which is amazing, and my net operating income would be around 538,000 euros. So isn't this amazing, guys? So that's it, guys. I cannot stress this enough, that how amazing real estate investment can be if you really know how to do it, and if you really are willing to do it, and if you really put efforts to find that amazing opportunity like this one. In my opinion, this is for sure an amazing opportunity in my opinion. Don't know about you guys. For me, the numbers speak for me, and I like these numbers. Okay, so now coming on to the last part of the video, ROI on the selling price. So based on the down payment I made, which was 58,000 euros, and a selling price with 2.5% appreciation of 529,000 euros, let's say, I would be getting an ROI of over 300% after 20 years, guys. This is the capitalization. This is my capitalization rate of over 5%, compound annual growth rate of 5% year over year, and my ROI in the end will be around 300%. Yeah, and I agree there are many stocks out there which could give 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000% to you guys over the next 20 years, but those are just the stocks. Yeah, here don't forget that my stock is my house, but those stocks might not give you dividends, but here my stock is giving me a monthly dividend of 2,000 euros, which I can put back into the stock market and double my return on those same stocks which are yielding you 3,000% in 20 years. So for me, it is a win-win game, guys, and especially in such market situation, this is what I love to do, and this is what I will keep on doing. There is no tax on debt, don't forget that. So here it is, guys. I rest my case, I drop the mic, and I hope you guys loved this video. In case you did, then please don't hesitate to hit that like and subscribe button for more of such amazing projects and amazing videos which will be coming on this channel forever. Okay, so cheers, guys. So that's it, guys. That's all what I wanted to share with you guys. And if you guys want to know that why I am so freaking bullish on real estate investing in Germany, then you can go and watch this video right here, and you'll be surprised to see the future of real estate investment in Germany. And that's it. I will see you in the next one, guys. Until then, stay safe, stay happy, keep investing carefully. Ciao.